Hello and welcome back to another class of computer education. In your last class, you learned how to switch on and switch off a computer. We will revise the same topic today. Now think and tell me, why do we switch off our computer in the first place? Yes, we do this to save electricity. We have learned about the different machines or electrical appliances that we switch on before we switch on the computer. But the first switch, which we generally do not check in the computer lab because it is always on, is the power switch. At your home, before you switch on the computer, you must check if the power switch is on. After we ensure that the power supply is on, we have to switch on the power button on the CPU. You can see here the power button on this CPU is being switched on. After this, the light will come on and the computer will be switched on. Another switch which is generally on in the computer lab is the switch for the monitor. Here you can see the monitor is being switched on. After the CPU light blinks, is your turn to switch on the monitor. You will then see the monitor light blinking and your desktop will appear. The switch on the monitor is also called a toggle switch. You sometimes see that the computer takes time to come on, and this time is utilized for getting its different components to work together. This process is called booting. So once again, revising last day's lesson, starting a computer involves switching on the UPS, thereafter the CPU, then the monitor, and once the screen comes up, we type our password. Coming to the password, from your previous lesson, you must be remembering that the password is case sensitive. So we have to make sure that we are typing in the correct format, whether it is in capital or in small letters or mixed cases. Now, you can see in the screen given here that the words or the letters that we are typing cannot be seen. There are merely dots on the screen for each character that you are pressing on your keyboard. So, you have to be careful while typing. Why do you think these dots are coming on screen? This ensures privacy. Anyone who is standing beside you or behind you cannot see what you are typing, and thus your screen and your computer stays safe. Coming to the shutting down of a computer, we know that we go to the Start option, we do a right click on our mouse and we go to Shutdown. And then further we shut down the computer. The alternate course is to click on Alt F4 and then choose to shut down the computer. There are different ways we have learnt how we shut down the computer. But in each of these, we must remember to close all the other applications that were on while we were working on the computer and then shut down the computer. Now it is time for some exercises. Let us see if you can fill in the blanks correctly. The first button we switch on is the dash button. Again, the first button we switch on is the dash button. Second one, the dash we type is case sensitive. The dash we type is case sensitive. Third one, the dash click on the mouse is usually used. The dash click on the mouse is usually used. UPS stands for, so they are asking us what is the full form of UPS. Last one, we press dash and dash to switch off the computer. Now remember, this is one of the shortcuts. We press dash and dash to switch off the computer. And here are the answers. The first button we switch on is the power button. Yes, we switch on the UPS. After this, we switch on the CPU after that. But first we have to check if the power button is on. The password we type is case sensitive. The left click on the mouse is usually used. UPS stands for uninterrupted power supply. We press Alt and F4 to switch off the computer. Did you get all of these right? If not, you need to practice some more. I'm sure you will be getting it right in the computer lab when you are working. Now let me see if you can get these right. These are a set of true and false questions. We should keep the password a secret. Now tell me, is this true or false? The second one goes, we switch off the CPU when we are switching off the computer. Do we do this? Do we switch off the CPU when we are switching off the computer? Is this a true statement or a false statement? The third one goes, if you want to use the computer, you should sign out. Is this true or false? When we want to use the computer, do we sign out? And here are our solutions. We should keep the password a secret. This is a true statement. We should not tell our password to everyone. Also, as you remember, the password itself comes in dots and others cannot oversee it very easily. Second one, we switch off the CPU when we are switching off the computer. This is a false statement. We do not switch off the CPU when we are switching off the computer. The moment we give the shutdown command, we only switch off the UPS if there is one, but the CPU goes off by itself. The last one, if you want to use the computer, you should sign out. Signing out would be one step before shutting down. So, if you want to work on the computer, you should not be signing out. So, this is also a false statement. Here are some additional activities for you. List the activities that you do before you come to school or when you are getting ready for school. What all things do you do? Quickly think in your mind. Does it take time? Yes, it does. Just as you do several things before you start the day, the computer also does several activities before starting. That is why it sometimes takes time to come on. Let us try another one. List the activities that you do when you get ready to leave the school. So before you go back home, what are the things that you do in your class? Yes, just as you do several activities before going home, the computer also does several actions when you shut it down. So do not be in a hurry to switch off and move out. Wait for the computer to respond and shut down. I hope now you are better acquainted with switching on and switching off the computer. This was a revision of our previous lesson. In our forthcoming classes, we will learn more about the computer, its parts and its functions. Thank you.